Singapore's COVID-19 vaccination drive is to be accelerated from Saturday. The move coincides with plans to resume more activities in coming months. Up to 80,000 doses will be given out daily, 70% more than the current number. The multi-ministry COVID task force says that's possible because delivery of vaccines has been brought forward. Deborah Wong joins us live now. Deborah, what can we expect from the accelerated drive, and does this affect the waiting time between doses?
Well, as the vaccination drive continues to ramp up, we can expect another 500,000 new dose slots to be added over the next few weeks. Now, the priority window for those aged 12 to 39, that's supposed to end today. Instead, that will be extended to 1st July. In fact, those in that group who have not been able to book an appointment will be able to do so over the next few days. And the task force has also urged those who've already booked a slot for their first dose in mid-July to bring their appointments forward. And vaccination after that will also be open to the rest of the population. And if supplies continue to arrive as planned, Singapore will be able to cover most of the population with a first dose in July. Now, this means the current dose interval of 6 to 8 weeks could be shortened to 4 weeks. Now, this will allow more to get 2 doses earlier. Now, with that, it set a higher target to cover 2/3 of the population with 2 doses by 9th August. But while the take-up rate among the younger group has been positive, older Singaporeans seem to be less receptive. In fact, for those above 70 years old, less than 70% have gotten vaccinated, and they were the first to receive invitations to do so.
And if many of them are not vaccinated, then we will end up with more severe consequences because they will have severe illness, hospitalization and ICU rates will go up, and unfortunately, under such a scenario, fatalities may rise too. So we must do everything we can to avoid such an outcome. And the best way to avoid it is once again to appeal to all our elderly persons in Singapore, all our seniors, get yourselves vaccinated.
And Deborah, did the task force talk about an endemic roadmap?
Well, the details are still being worked out at the moment, but we've gotten a glimpse at how it could look like. So the task force says Singapore's phased reopening will also hinge on the vaccination rate. If it's higher, we could be looking at bringing back activities in larger group sizes, but only just for those vaccinated. And we could also be looking at easing up travel restrictions, possibly waiving quarantine periods for those flying in from countries with low infection rates. And on the economy front, this could also ease the pressures for companies that have been hit hard by the foreign worker travel restrictions, such as those in construction or even foreign domestic employment agencies. Now, looking ahead, Singapore also has its eye on non-mRNA vaccines. Now, the task force has announced it signed an advance purchase agreement with Novavax in January. Now, so far, there have been encouraging results, though it's still undergoing trials, but it's hopeful that supplies can arrive before the end of the year. So everything that I've mentioned earlier, all these are part of factors that the task force is looking at as plans for an endemic COVID-19 situation.
We are very mindful. This is a shape-shifting enemy, and it will continue to throw us surprises. It will continue to throw us surprises and curveballs. So while we draw up a roadmap, we must be prepared to adapt, to move forward, but sometimes reverse if we need to, and before we move forward again. But we are determined to see through this end game.
Deborah Wong reporting early on the latest from Singapore's multi-ministry task force.